Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Wayland Gaming. It's your boy Ginger Ninja. I'm here with your host with the most, Waylander. Scarp Skank also in the house, and we've got a friend here, eh? You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah, we
introduce
got
yourself.
Irie in the house with us from Saint Dynasty. He said he came to do some scouting because he's terrified of the two teams that are playing here. I don't know how
Oh,
much that is
Kishi.
true or how much of it
I'm here
was
to do
just
some
some
scouting
nonsense.
indeed.
So, how are you
Yeah,
doing today, my friend?
It's rather cold on my side, but otherwise I'm feeling good. I'm really excited about the type of match we're about to have here. Both really, really good teams, and I'm seeing really, really good players. So maybe I'll ask them to join me. Who knows? But for now, I'm really excited, man.
Yeah. Alchemy X with no ban as the first bet.
Yeah, they're trying to
Interesting.
tease. They're trying to tease. They're
Yeah.
like, we don't need a ban. We can win without one.
But
We can win without
to
this
be
ban.
honest, right, if you look at this lineup, this is actually mostly old Death Reapers.
AlchemyX.
Yeah. You got Rika, you got Hachiman, you got. It's mostly old Death Reapers.
So they reconvened here at
Yeah.
Alchemy X. Who's the captain of Alchemy X, by the way? Maybe you know.
Yeah, Hachiman. Who is actually playing a game after. I'm not even. He missed a lot of the games in the tournament, right? Because he was just like, yeah, my team can do what they
Ooh.
can do. Ooh, the joy band
Oh,
comes out, right? And with Rika in the lobby. But did they really know? Because it's Rika and Blank, so it's both of them that jungle there. It's kind of hard for Savage Reborn to pick who's gonna be the actual jungler there. But we got Blank there, who's definitely taking the jungle with a Hayabusa pick.
yeah,
And
because I was about to mention, I don't really think Rika plays Hayabusa all that much. But let me just wrap up the draft that we have here. We have Ban on the Ling, one of the most meta heroes right now. It's very, very annoying to deal with. That bird can be a nuisance, but to the side of Um, to the opponents of Alchemy X, we have the Joy band, as you've mentioned, as well as the Carmilla. What do you think about the Carmilla band? I know they went with the Hylos, but what do you think about the Carmilla?
see, Camilla, especially in this most wanted tournament, most people want to try and get this Camilla out of the way because of the the team fight potential that she has. It's interesting that you get to see Rika on the Phobius, right? Phobius is
Oh,
extremely
Rika
strong right now.
EXP.
Yeah, Rika XP.
Rika EXP.
When's the last time you've seen Rika play XP, right? Because I haven't. In many a moon. Where's Chemical?
Yeah, I have not. I've seen his gold though. I've seen his gold. It's not something to write home about. But maybe that was just a momentary thing. But we are gonna see the Tig band still focusing these Rome. I think Supermap is the Roma, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Supermap is the
Right?
robot.
Yeah,
Superman. Yeah,
so
yeah.
do you have anything to say about Superman? Because it seems as though he's the target
Yeah.
for most of these bands.
So I said this on the last live stream, right? And I was saying, right, that Supermap is like Alchemy X's almost like talisman win condition that comes out, right? And it looks like I'm not the only one who recognized the Savage Reborn realizes, oh wait, the set potential that comes in from Supermap because he loves to play those set tanks, but the Dicky is still open. So if he picks a set tank now, it's gonna be a bit of a But with the
Yeah,
we've also got the Roma from Savage Reborn, who's picked his main. He's been doing some solid justice on this Hylos. We've seen some excellent plays. Ooh, Hachiman with the Melissa. Melissa into the Clint. What do you think about that matchup?
because the Clint lacks the movement to just maneuver his way out of Melissa's like second skill, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It can go either way, man. It can go either way. But in terms of like pure damage, out and out damage, I'd favor the Clint more. But do not sleep on this Melissa, man. I think she's one of the most underrated heroes in the gold lane. But now
Yeah.
it seems as though Alchemy X complete their draft. We gonna have Black, or yeah, I almost so blank. Is it blank? Yeah, it's blank, right? On the Hayabusa, Yasi on the Yujin, Rika on the Phovius, Hachiman on Melissa, and Supermap, sorry, on the Minotaur. You've mentioned that he likes these tank types of heroes. And to the side of the Reapers, they have CC. What do you think about the CC into like a Phoveus?
Not the biggest fan of that. I don't think CC can do much against a Phoveus. Phoveus right now is an absolute beast. I'm not sure why we haven't seen more Phoveus in this tournament, but Phoveus right now is a legitimate beast. He's an absolute monster.
Maybe it's just that I don't really play much of EXP, so I don't really get to see how much of a monster he is. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie. There's one thing I'm kind of upset about. You know that thing where it's like he can use his ultimate every time somebody dashes. I feel like I feel like that was OP in and of itself. It's just it was underused. But that was that, and this is this, and maybe Rita will show us a bit of a play here. But it seems as though both teams are gonna start on the right hand side. The rotations directed towards the gold lane.
yeah, that's
But
the
let me ask
typical
you,
South
which team do you
African.
favor here?
Right now, based on the draft, right, I would actually go with the Alchemy X because they've got the Phoveus, the Hayabusa, the Minotaur, and the Zushin. Fred,
Yeah, the Zishan is actually
yeah,
OP. I'm surprised that I'm surprised that was given.
yeah, that's true. Charlie, though, is really good on this Louis, and they do have a Fred in jungle, right? But I don't know about you, right? The Fred in jungle is not been impressing me all that much recently. But, it's all about how you actually play the game. So we got the movement towards the gold lane side. We've got the nice positioning from Supermap, giving the vision there. Charlie on the Luigi deciding against the poke. And so it's a very cautious approach from both teams at the early part of this game. Oh, nice from Blank there, taking that small crab. Making sure he gets
Yeah.
the extra foul, but sticking around. And this is what I like about Alchemy X. Look at this rotation here, right? It's something that's generally not
Oh,
expected.
that
And
Hayabusa.
yeah, into the back line first. Blood actually goes to the Minotaur with a flicker out. I thought that Blank was going to pick up the first blood, but that is you see that, like, that moment there, right? That is a rotation that I love to see, where it's not straight from the side bushes into the gold laner, but making that V-shaped rotation towards the gold laner. It gives you that extra bit of, like, surprise. It's few teams in our server that uses it. Like, I've seen Alchemy X introduce it into their system recently, but your squad Saints uses it quite a bit. Mavericks and Equilibrium as well. So it's an uncontested turtle that goes to the side of Alchemy X here as they get to the setup.
Yeah.
Ooh, Phoveus in there. So Phoveus engaging here. He's doing so much of damage. The Minotaur falls down, but Blank comes in there, manages to pick up 1, 2. Is he gonna carry on? The Phoveus is just so sustaining so much. Look at this ultimate. This is what I'm saying. This hero is just it's not right. It's not right. They take the turtle. They take the blue buff. Okay, what can you tell me about Phoveus right now? Having witnessed what a Phoveus does.
It's not right is an understatement, man. I am gonna get to the Phoveus in a minute, but I'm kind of surprised. I think you kind of mentioned it, what the draft the Alchemy X has, but I'm kind of surprised that the Hayabusa, Yizeng, as well as the Phoveus were left free. You know what I mean? These are really the OP heroes in the current meta, so I'm kind of surprised that they let those off the hook. But as you've mentioned, the Phoveus was just absolutely OP. Not only re-engaging the longest one during that
Yeah.
team fight, doing a lot of damage, sustaining as well, allowing for the Hayabusa to just come in and clean up because he dealt with most of their damage and as well as the Yuzheng. I don't I will botch this name forever, but it's a very good pick into these types of like tanks because they don't necessarily have the mobility to move out, so it's very good. But we're seeing the Hayabusa engage onto the Clint.
Ooh, nice. But the Clint manages to get away. Prashantha has been doing extremely well on the gold lane here. Yeah, not just in this match, but in the tournament as a whole. But we get to see the engagement in the bot lane. Look at this, right? It's Phoveus 2v1.
it's just Rika versus the world right now. He's just absolutely a menace. I'm sure the Savages are wondering why did we let this hero go. But yeah, I think you've mentioned the rotation as well. It seems as though the priority for Alchemy X is just to feed this Melissa, to get her online as quickly as possible because she can be absolutely detrimental.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you look at the Savages, they don't really have anybody they can just, you know, target her into the like just go straight into the back line and deal damage to her. So if she can get online, deal enough damage, it will be an absolute madness. As we see in the build, she already has that corrosion side. I think she's building towards that demon hunter, so that's something to look out for. But one thing, oh my days, in EXP,
Oh,
Rika again, man.
yeah. Those phobias is.
Rika again.
But you know, to be honest, right, we haven't actually seen much of a Phobius in any of the matches here in this
Tournament.
yeah, in the most wanted. Nobody's been using like Phobius, for instance, right? In my opinion, Phobius and Julian right now are like underrated superstars. Ooh, engagement onto the
I
Phobius.
wouldn't say I wouldn't say Juliet.
You're saying
uh,
this right, but watch this. Why watch the space? Well, look at this here. Phobius taking one. But oh my word. What can you say about this? The sustain, the damage. He sets up the kill here. They take the 3 for nothing. CC trying to
yeah,
get
three
a
for
lane
nothing.
push here, but
But also, but also, I think it's
oh, pick
credit should
off
only go
from blank there onto uh the Clint in the top
onto the
lane.
Clint. Yeah, I also wanted to mention something. Did you see that the Clint actually went for Wind of Nature first item?
Well, with the
That
Hayabusa, it's not actually a bad pick, but what can you do when the map
yeah, what can
control
you
has
do?
the map control has been gone so much to the side of Alchemy X. But look at this Phobius again. He's just doing so much. It's like they're building into this. I maybe Rika should just shift from jungle to the XP lane. I don't know.
That is true. He's doing a really decent job there in the EXP. But also something to take notice of is the Savages don't really have anybody to lock the Phovians down. As you've mentioned, it's a continuous hero, very annoying. As we see, he's built up the Oracle, he's built up the War Axe, so his heal is absolutely insane right now.
Yeah.
And to look at the side of the Savages, they have no anti-heal build up at the moment. They're still focusing on that Thunderbolt. So there's not really anything for them to really help them out at the moment. But Rika in a 1v1 taking complicated, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
taking
complicated.
really low and needing the help of the Hylos just to zone him out. But it's an absolute decimation at this point, man.
Mm-hmm. Savage Reborn. What can they do to come back from this here? It's looking a little bit iffy, but a lot will depend on the engagement from the Mage and the Minotaur. If they can get a proper set going here. Oh, nice engage here. Oh, nice pick off. Zushin trying to be a little bit too aggressive, pays the price for it. But we've got an engagement here. Minotaur keeping that ultimate ready, and the Hylos managed to get a pick off. Is Wanted. This Fulvius just gets a double kill. And a triple kill. And he dies. But that's
It's a good trade. It's a very good trade.
well, that it's just this Phobius, right? Phobius, but I'm saying this now, right? For anybody who's paying attention, anybody who's listening right now, right? Julian is on the same, I would say, on a very similar level to the Phobius. I know most people are disagreeing with me. Everybody is saying, "Nah, I think this is gonna." Julian's not as strong as he is, right? When you actually check his build and what he can do, right? I'm not saying in every
No,
matchup,
no, no,
not
no,
every matchup. It's
no,
it's
no,
it's
no,
situational, right?
no,
Like for instance,
no.
in this matchup, instead of
That's
a
how I
Fred,
said,
instead of a Fred, right?
I said that
Yeah,
Julian is very strong. Julian is strong, right?
he is okay. So
Oh,
Alchemy
it
X
seems as though
going
I'm
for
not
the
the
Alchemy X
not the
going for
most
the
social
Lord here. They're busy starting here. Reika and Hachiman going wild on the Lord. Blank just staying safe there, trying to keep away from any XP lane dive. Just gonna pop in there and just retreat as we expect. Extremely nice from Alchemy X, though it was some good vision coming out there from Supermap. The bot lane now. However, we get to see Savage Reborn taking that bot tier tower in response to the Lord. They're gonna say, right, it's an unenhanced Lord. Ooh! We see Blank engaging here, right, but not enough damage coming out. Just trying to maybe get a bit of poke. He thought they had the opportunity to get a kill in. Oh, super map into the backline. Minotaur gets the full CC onto 4. Is there the follow-up damage? There is, but just enough. Blank comes in there, but he's already committed the ultimate on the Hayabusa. Hachiman there on the Melissa gets a lot of poke damage. The mid lane turret does fall. Shield goes down from 2 of the tier 3 turrets, but the defense comes out pretty solid from the side of Savage Reborn.
It's a very good defense, man. It's a very good defense, and I think you've also mentioned. Oh, you also asked the question: what do Savage Reborn have to do here to come back? If they can just survive the early game, build enough items. I know that the Clint will have enough damage. The high lows will, true damage is still a thing, and the more it goes, the more potent it will be. And also, they have the low E as well. That ultimate can be very, very annoying for teams to go up against. It gives them so much map pressure, and it allows them to just, I don't want to say roam around, but it allows them to have like a surprise factor to them.
Yes,
Especially also
yes.
low E in terms of damage. That yin yang is just absolutely dangerous. So if they can survive this up until maybe the 16th minute, maybe we'll see a game here.
Yeah, it's just 15 minutes, 5 minutes that they have to sort this out. But the real problem is the CC into the Phoveus. That's where the issue really comes into play. Because Phoveus is going to initiate the team fights, right? And then you're going to see Super Mab on the Minotaur just follow up with that heals and stuns. So it's like the Phoveus is just giving free space to the roamer to actually try and say, you know what, let's I'm gonna engage, you're gonna follow up and do the set, and they don't have any counter fight. Look, as we just saying this, right? Phoveus goes in, doing so much, Minotaur follows up, the set comes in, 1 falls. And we got Blank jumping into the back line.
One falls, another
falls.
It follows him to the deathbed. But as you were saying, man, it does look bleak. I won't lie. It does look bleak because they're countered on so many fronts, as you've mentioned, the Phoveus into the CC, as well as the Yuzhang into the Fred, as well as the fried horse. And composition-wise, it's more than obvious that they've lost that in terms of the draft. But I do think they still have a chance. Maybe it's a 1% chance, but a chance nonetheless. It seems as though AlchemyX are going to take this chance to take the Lord and possibly end the game.
Yeah. It is the enhanced Lord, right? But it all comes down to this team fight ability. Now, AlchemyX have this massive team fight potential with the Zushin, the Minotaur, and especially the fact that they're using this Phoveus to initiate the team fight, as we see Rika pushing up here in the bot lane. That's what they've been using so much to their advantage. Like, it's just a massive difference here in team fight potential. But as you can see, engagement here onto the Minotaur, Zushin coming in there, getting a bit of displacement. Complicated getting his rotating out of the way there. Oh, Hayabusa to the backline, picks up the mage, gets out from there, damage coming in, mid lane turret almost down, follow up from the Phoveus, mid lane turret has fallen, and then we get to see the engagement. It's a team wipe, and first game goes to AlchemyX, 22-7.
22-7. That was an absolute masterclass of a decimation. That was just absolutely beautiful MLBB to watch. And congratulations towards AlchemyX, man. They played it well. They managed their early game really well. They managed their mid game. And they did not allow for Savage Reapers to come back. They did not allow for those power spikes to, actually get activated. So congratulations to them.
Yeah, but will we get to see Savage Reborn in this next match? coming like we have in not just this particular semi-final, but in the quarterfinals and several other games in the Most Wanted tournament, we've seen teams come back and say, all right, we see what your strategy is, we see what you're going to do, let's counter pick and carry on from that there and work with the system. We're gonna see, right? Let's see what Savage Reborn can do. Let's get both the teams into the lobby as I cut the phone calls here, because sadly my phone just rings all the time.
Busy man, eh? Very important man.
No, not important. It's just people have questions to ask me that I'm supposedly supposed to answer. And it's a Friday night. Can we just not have peace? Can we?
As you mentioned, it is a Friday night.
Yeah.
There is no peace.
Yeah.
It's just
What we'll do is we'll create a poll. Peace in the Middle East. Will it ever be achieved? If we have to go all political. I would you, right?
No problems, always.
Yeah, so who's next to me here in the lobby? Am I supposed to say, okay, it's you? I was wondering who was next to you. Then I see the stone here. I'm like, the Saints people. They're everywhere. The Saints people are everywhere. You just can't leave them alone, right? They just come and join everybody's lobby.
Oh my days, you've grown senile in an old age. I'm joking.
I'm an old man. Right? It's known to everybody. What must I do?
Fair enough. But you said Savage Reaper's a really good team. I'm hoping they can show me here, because it would be very sad for us to end the stream or for me to commentate and just leave without actually seeing what they can do. So maybe they can turn their fortunes around. But one thing I think they can do is just leave the roam position up until the late. Maybe second phase, just to allow that element of surprise. I know you've mentioned Rika and the importance of Obvious, but I think Supermap was just as important. So I think just leaving it out enough for them to have a good response, I think that's something they can do. But it's only the first match, man. Maybe they can turn around and reverse sweep.
In fact,
into the draft.
What you're saying, right? What you're saying, I 100% agree with. In fact, like if you look at the Minotaur, the heals, and the engagement after the Phobius, if you counter pick the Roma for AlchemyX, how do you think AlchemyX is going to respond?
There are multiple ways. It's just the thing I'm suggesting is that if they just allow themselves to have, like, if they allow AlchemyX to choose their Roma first, it will at least give them a certain advantage because they won't be countered. Because in that game, all, if not most of their picks were just. It was very questionable. It was very questionable. But I'm surprised they didn't ban out the Phobius here. I'm surprised they didn't ban out the Phobius. Maybe they want to pick it first. So that's the only rational idea I have, like just to pick it out first. But maybe AlchemyX may have that in mind and want to ban it. But it still waits to be seen. But there's a lot of heroes, especially with these 6 ban systems. There's a lot of heroes being left into the cracks. And it'll be interesting to see who's
Ling ban comes out from AlchemyX there as the last ban of this banning phase. I mean, it's a Kumala typical, Hayabusa typical, right? Zushin typical. The Ling that follows, I would also say typical, right? But makes me interested.
I'm looking at the Xavier. This cannot be the first pick. This cannot be the first pick. Oh my days.
It's oh my word, Rika on the joy. In response, Blank picking up the Roger. Picking up the Roger? I actually thought he would have went for the Fanny being open. Prashanta responding here with the Melissa pick. Let's see what Complicated does here. Munsathal into the joy.
Okay.
That's actually quite interesting. Because once the level 4 once the level 4 is reached, right? But it's Rika on Joy who times that ultimate of his so beautifully, right? However, I'm very interested to see what's going to be this matchup here on the XP lane. Rika into complicated, Munzita into a joy. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna take this? Let's see on the XP lane. Yasi picking up the this little alien. I hate this guy. I legitimately hate Zas.
That yeah, me too. As soon as I get into rank, him and Yu Zhang, if I'm not mistaken, that's the name. Those are the two heroes that I ban, man. I just can't deal with these mages.
Synapse here,
Very, very annoying right now.
That's
Very
true.
annoying.
Synapse here in the live chat talking about the joy. Knows it's his teammate. Chubb saying Blanca hates Franco. Just flicker out here and gets tilted. Oh, some strategies are being revealed here. Could there be a Franco coming
Which is
out?
something I wanted to ask. Which is something I wanted to ask with this Minty. I know we kind of looking at it going to the EXP, but can you see it also going into Rome? Because I like the fact that they went for the flex pick rather than just an out and out EXP or Rome. I just genuinely like this Mincetar, man. Whether you take it to the Rome or to the EXP, I think it's very viable. But right now we're seeing Supermap. Okay, they say you see what I meant. They're saving Superman until the last pick, man. They want to make sure that the Diggy you can't go, you don't counter him with the Diggy.
Yes.
So they're trying to commit something here. So I really like that. But we are seeing the Ixia here. What do you think about the Ixia and Melissa duality, so to speak?
At Ixia just speaking about a set tank, right? Ixia needs that set tank. So we're gonna see Supermap pick up a Tigreal, an Atlas, or a Minotaur. That's what you're gonna see.
Oh.
Guaranteed it's gonna be one of the three. Dark Thoughts here with the Thamus, interesting, and the Hylos that follows up. So quite tanky. But quite tanky. Quite tanky.
It's quite tanky, but that's a very bad pick. That's a very bad pick. I'm sorry. You can't go something like a Thamus into a very mobile composition. You just get.
What did I say? What did
We're just going to see a slow man walking, man. I do not like that pick. But we are going to see the Atlas being picked out last year. So, what do you think about these two drops, man? Which side do you favor?
Well, right now, AlchemyX has a lot of set potential, right? Whereas Savage Reborn, they've got to be trying to not engage but counter engage. So it's all like for instance, right? If you're looking at set potential versus not set potential, you favor the set potential, right? That's just typical. However, it all depends on discipline. So if Savage Reborn shows the discipline that's necessary and not engages first, they engage second, because all of AlchemyX's plays, like big plays, revolve around the Ixia following up with the Atlas. That's where it really comes into play. So as we get to
see, I think he's part of that one.
Yeah. So we get to see both teams taking the buffs on the same side of the jungle. This is, in my opinion, the typical South African rotation. We don't follow anything else. We just It's South Africa. We everybody goes one direction, we go our own. We take the buffs and we gank the gold lane. We don't do anything else other than that.
You take the buff and go. Yeah, that is the go-to strategy. But man, when it works, it works. And we will wait to see if it works. But right now in the EXP, we are seeing Rika take the initiative and is dominating his lane at the moment. So complicated it, caught in a very bad position, but he's still level 2, and we know what the Mincetar can do once he reaches that level 4. But to add on to the point that you were mentioning there, when you look at Charlie, when you look at the Valet can be very, very, and I mean
engagement onto Archimandria. Is he going to be first blood? Yes, he is. Thamus, the surprise pick, getting the first blood here, but it's going to be a 1-for-1 response.
Yep, a 1-for-1, and they're giving the AlchemyX get a kill on Rika. Maybe we'll repeat last game, but the marksman going down is really, really bad for AlchemyX, man. Okay, it's not too bad, but it's not really something you want to see, especially when you have a composition that deals, or rather, that's focusing on the combination
Yes,
between
yes,
the
yes,
Atlas and the
yes,
Ixia.
yes. That's
Um,
set play. Ooh,
oh, bot lane.
poke damage. Oh, ooh, nice engagement. Follow up kill there onto the Melissa. Melissa falls there through that whole engagement. So I think it is Hachiman who's gonna be able to retrieve some of the gold that he lost. Most definitely. But what do we see? Are the teams gonna start with this turtle? Are they? I don't know. They're setting up here. Blank starting to start the turtle early. He was just poking to see. Okay, I was wondering, right? I thought maybe he was gonna start the turtle early, but and not take his buff. But they are because the turtle fighter started. The turtle fighter started. Damage coming out there onto the joy. Rika taking a lot of damage. Is
Oh
Rika gonna
my
fall?
days.
Oh, manages to get out from there. The turtle goes to the side. Oh, Blank with a retry steal. Counter engage coming in here. Sask with the ultimate. The nice set from the Atlas. They managed to pick up one. And Savage Reborn just engages from that. So it's gonna be a 3-4-1 overall to the side of Alchemy X as this mid lane gets pushed in.
It was a 2-for-1. It was a 2-for-1.
No,
It
I
was
mean
a 2-for-1 in
like
that fight. That's
overall with that kill that happened
oh,
earlier.
yeah.
Let's
I think that's where the
Superman
confusion
making
happens
the
because I usually focus on like plays play.
all
But
right, right.
yeah, man, it's surprising to see how um Savage Rebounds. It's not looking good for them, man. Oh my days! Another solo kill at top. You
Yeah,
pick the counter, but you still get eaten by your counter. That's just absolutely insane.
it's Rika. It's Rika
One
on the
thing I wanted
joy.
to also
It's Rika on the joy.
nah, he's beatable. He's very, very beatable. Uh, Unfortunately, that did not happen. But right now, we're seeing Alchemy X set themselves up for a bit of a gank here. I think they're waiting for Supermap to engage. That's a very nice read from the Melissa. She knew that Atlas was there, and it'd be better to just go back. Don't give them leeway to kind of engage onto you and use that fatal links. So I think that was kind of a good read. It's unfortunate that nothing happened from there, but oh my
Oh,
days, Rika
engagement over
on
here.
this
But,
joy.
oh, and gets away. 2v1 gets the kill and escapes and hiding in the bush with his what recall effect is that? The one with the snowman.
What, you know the names?
I don't know. I
I don't
don't
know.
know. He's in the Christmas carnival.
I did not know they have names, but right now in the gold lane, we are seeing Melissa and Hylos engage onto X here, forcing her to use that flicker. That glorious pathway was used, but unfortunately they could not get the kill. That does give Alchemy X the leeway to go for this turtle, as it will be a 4v2. Seems as though Savage Reborn will not contest, but Rika engaging onto Boss using that ultimate,
Oh,
and
and the
seems as
Hylos
though Blank is
falls.
the one
Sask
that's
with the
going to get
ultimate,
that
but
kill.
should get away. Already out of it. Yeah, beautiful engagement from there from Alchemy X. It's already 6-1 to them with what is that? 3.5k gold advantage? 2.5?
Yeah, around there. It's a 2.7 gold lead. But one thing I wanted just to take a look at is Larica. He only has that concentrated. So in terms of damage, he's not really dealing a lot of damage, but concentrated taken really, really low. Sure he's asking for help from the high lows.
Ooh,
Larica is just
engagement.
absolutely bullying him at the moment. But
You
also in
know,
the bot lane,
yeah. Then you know what you say. Also in the bot lane, right? Do you know how hard it is to be the cameraman in South African servers? It's just like something happens in the XP lane, something happens in the gold lane, something is happening in
yeah,
every lane.
happens everywhere, man. That kind of reminds me of WWE. Bodies everywhere, bodies flying
Let the
everywhere. And
bodies
it
hit
seems as
the
though the
floor.
Hylos is going to be taking really low. Bodies on the floor, bodies everywhere. But Riga did manage to get another solo kill onto Concentrated. He's looking to focus on this torrent, and it is relatively low. But I wanted you to just look at Supermap. I think him him and Hachiman are planning something devious. We might see a fatal links being pulled out here. Um, yeah, I really like this rotation coming out from Alchemy X, man. They have a man each and every lane, forcing it, pushing it, but at the top lane, we are going to see that Thamus engaging onto Rika. That mobility that I was telling you about, man. When you're on Thamus, you use your ult, it still doesn't catch anyone. It still doesn't catch anyone because you're way too slow, man.
Yeah.
You're way too slow.
Thamus,
But
Thamus
it
is
does give
these.
Alchemy X turtle pressure,
Yeah.
and this might be a free turtle.
So let me ask you this, right? Should they have taken this turtle or waited the 1 more minute to take the Lord and then use the Lord to take the turrets? What do you think would have been the better decision?
I know, right? I know. I know. That's one of the things I like to argue a lot. There was a solo kid in the top lane, but
Ooh, engagement here. Thamus managed to get the X here. Atlas follows up with the fatal links, and it's Thamus should be dead. Thamus is escaping. Oh, I thought he was going to survive that. Oh my word. Follow-up engagement, and the Melissa takes down the Atlas. Oh, nice from Savage Reborn, capitalizing here with a 2-for-1 exchange. But we get to see the Roger there to the back line. He gets one, he gets two. It's a double kill for a side of Blank. Blank on a Roger.
Side of black. It's more than one. It's more than one. It's more than one black. It's multiple. But yeah, man, Alchemy X played that really, really well. One thing I also want you to take notice of is the macros in that, man. The macros is just absolutely insane. But Joy engaging onto concentrated does manage to get a solo kill. Bit of recall action. It seems as though the Thamus will retrieve him, but just too slow, man, as Rika manages to escape. Just before that, I was about to mention Alchemy X, man. Their macro is absolutely insane. Not only did they get the winning trades in terms of the kills in that last team fight, but they also managed to get 2 torrents.
Oh, look at the fatal links coming out here. Oh my word.
From the Roger and engage.
One. Okay, 1-for-1 so far. Sasuke the ultimate coming out there. Oh my days, that was a beautiful fatal links, right? But I'm not sure about the communication there that followed it up, right? Because, you know, if I'm an Atlas, I'm like, I got them. But
I think there was a bit of communication. It's just Alchemy X don't have a lot of AoE outside of Melissa. So there's not really anyone that can do a lot of damage to
multiple
the
people.
collected group.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling you about the combination between the Melissa and the Atlas. That will be something they'll look forward to. But I think that was just to catch them off guard. Maybe kill 1 or 2 people, allowing for Alchemy X to just take this lore for free. Maybe an extra member too, but it seems as though Savage Reborn will not contest. So this will be a free Lord. No, it was a Lord, right?
Yes, it was a Lord. It's the first Lord of the game, not the enhanced Lord, right? But look, Rika on this Joy. Look at this Joy. He just wants. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He just wants to go in and say, right, all right, you think you can stop me? Stop me now. That this Rika.
No fairness, I think they can't stop him. It's just they time their skills so wrong. It's unfortunate.
Ooh, Ixio the ultimate catching one. Inside there, Flicker comes out. It's a lot of poke damage, but nobody falls. Zask also commits the ultimate. Do Savage Reborn have the time to heal? They do. The damage coming out with the Joy. She's down to half health. They're taking down this Lord. Can they just protect? I think that's Savage Reborn. Just the tier 3 turrets, right? You can lose the tier 2s at this stage in the game, right? Atlas trying to set up. Is he trying to? Can he get it? Can he get the fatal links? No, he just disengages here. They went again for the high loss pick, right?
That was a bit.
Oh, fatal links on 2-4. Oh my days. The follow up, but you are 100% right. They just don't have the major AoE damage. But then I'm saying that right, Nixia comes in with AoE damage, right? Zark's there to the back line, but it's gonna be a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of Savage Reborn, but do they have the ability to defend this? They have lost 1 tier 3 turret. They should be able to be safe.
Yeah, that was a 3-for-2, but it was in favor of Alchemy X. But just to go back to a point that we were talking about, we just abandoned it because there was so much going on. Why are so many teams obsessed with the third turtle? I mean, you can wait if you're dominating. You can wait just like a few seconds and get the first lord at the 8 minute. I just don't understand why.
I mean, such
That is
a.
something that
I'm
they
in
do.
100% agreement with you. I'm like, why? Why? Like, really, why? Oh, engagement starting off? Is AlchemyX ready to do something here in the jungle? Are they saying, do we have the gold advantage? Yes, we do. It's about 8k. Let's take advantage of this 8k. Now they're making me move the camera left, right, and
Yeah,
center. I
it's
don't know where I'm supposed
8k
to go.
advantage, but also look at the items, man. Also look at the items. The Roger, I think he's building up towards that malefic roar, towards that malefic. So that will be the last item. He will be dishing out a decent amount of damage,
So what do you think
and
about this
I'm sure the Thunderbelt has
Thunderbelt?
a
Yeah,
decent
yeah,
amount
yeah.
of stacks.
That's true. That's true. But what do you think about this Thunderbelt on a jungle Raja? Oh, recall spams. You know,
Yeah, but it does us action.
I hope Hachiman watches the stream back again and gets to hear what I'm about to say. The first time we used to play Alchemy X, because Nabjutsu and Alchemy X has been playing each other for aeons. We used to recall spam them, they used to get pissed off with us. So now, when they recall spamming on the stream, ooh, engagement here. Nice rotation. Conspire. They're coming out right. Oh, they managed to pick up the Thalamus. Thalamus falls. Hyros decides to vengeance his ass out of there. With the Lord. Uncontested, by the way. Going to the side of Alchemy X.
The value, use the ult.
Yeah. Roger.
I think that was a panic, man. I think that was a panic. But as you've mentioned, that was a wonderful play from Alchemy X. Seems as though the Roger actually went for the Great Dragon Spear, which kind of helped dishing out the damage there. I thought maybe he would go for the Malefic. But I just like how Alchemy X are setting up their minions right now. I know that the Lord, when he pushes it in, all three lanes are going to be under attack and will allow them to get maybe an inhibitor if they play this really, really well. But we're seeing Supermap right now just trying to zone out a few members. They do manage to get this mid inhibitor torrent uncontested, but this Lord is still here. Maybe Alchemy X can do something, but
Lord gets
he
melted.
doesn't have.
Lord gets melted. Atlas here trying to get the setup here. Managed to pick up two. What? Two. Ixia with a follow up here. Thamus trying to get into the Ixia. He managed to take the Ixia down. He managed to get one, but he falls himself here. Do they have the ability to end this now? They're going for the Nexus. They're not interested in anything else. It's just one alive. It's just Charlie trying to defend, but no. It goes to Alchemy X. So what do you think, Irie?
It goes to Alchemy X. Well played indeed.
Where was this game won or lost?
The first one I think is kind of the Thamus. I know it's a good pick, a relative good pick, but yeah, it's just the lack of mobility against the team like this will kind of hurt you, and it kind of did. Another thing is the Hylos. I know the Hylos is a really good pick, or rather a really good hero. However, if you're going up against heroes like this, I think it's best not to take it. There are other great options out there. Another thing is the rotations, man. I don't know what it is about Savage Reborns. Maybe Alchemy X is just blowing them out of, out of the window, or out of the woods, or whatever the saying is. But it's just an absolute decimation. And the rotations is just, it's not great. It's not great. You know what I mean? Like you're seeing the Complicated is losing and is getting solo killed. I don't know how many times. Just help out the guy. Help out the guy. You can afford to do so. And they weren't rotating enough as a team, and I think that's what allowed Alchemy X to kind of dominate the early game. And if you dominate the early game with somebody like an Ixia as well as the Atlas, you're just gonna snowball into getting a win, and that's what happened here. So that's my thoughts on the game. But what about you, man? Maybe you can add insight on something that I've missed.
Well, when it comes to, let's just look at this as a general perspective, like, just a tutorial when it comes to 5-man, right? If you're ever trying to design a 5-man team, you need to have your yeah, you need to have your side laners being able to do what they need to do in a solo situation, because if you're a side laner any side laner anywhere knows this, right? When it comes to a 5-man situation, they're gonna gank your ass. They're gonna come 4 people, they're gonna come dive to you, and you have to have the ability, the micro skills, to deal with it. The macro skills now is a whole different situation other than that. Alchemy X used their mobility like to their advantage. Like they moved across the map really quickly, which forced Savage Reborn to try and react to their engagements all over the show. So when it came to a situation like that, where you're playing against a team that has just one massive set potential when it comes to Atlas, then you need to be able to out-rotate them. If you can out-rotate them, then it gives you the opportunity to counter the Atlas Ultimate. Because what Alchemy X is looking at here is just the tank going in, setting, and then when the tank sets, the follow-up damage is there. But with Rika on the Joy on the XP lane dominating the way that he was, it made things difficult for the side of Savage Reborn to try and kind of do anything. Because in the early part of the game, your XP laner dictates the course of the game. He's the person that actually gets the sets and what you need to do. So like here, and if you notice, right, if you compare the Philippines, Indonesia, and the Asian countries to us here in South Africa, which is why it's one of the reasons why I hate the South African, let's take the buff and go gank the gold lane strategy. To my mind, it's idiotic. When the first major objective that's about to occur is the turtle, wouldn't you like your XP laner to be a little bit fed around the first major objective?
It's not even about that. I think if you've noticed, if you watch like Indonesia, especially like the MPL, I watched it today, earlier today, if I'm not mistaken, it was RRQ versus another team. I forgot what it was called. But basically, what happens is it's not necessarily that they focus the EXP. It's just that they use the EXP in its entirety. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like if you watch how their rotations are towards the first turtle, everybody or almost everybody is close to having like level 4. Whereas if you watch like us in South Africa, the turtle could be like 30 minutes after the turtle, and some people still don't have level 4. So I think that kind of macro plays, it builds up, and that's what gives us a bit of a disadvantage. But I have seen some teams, namely Mavericks, but it was just once. I have seen some teams kind of adopt that style of play, trying to maximize, um,
To be fair,
maximize the
I know
advantage
you
across
mentioned Mavericks
the
with
board.
that, right? I've watched many teams play, many. I think too many, right? In South Africa, I would say none, right? I don't even want to pick one team up beyond the other, right? I would say legitimately none. None make the rotation where they want to focus certain objectives like this. I know it sounds like I'm being hypercritical. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. But I expect a lot. I know the players here.
No, no, no.
I know the players here on the server, right? There's just some beautiful players on our South African server, like individually with the skills that you get to see on display, like the micro skills. The micro skills here on the South African server is just a beauty to behold. But our macro plays leave a lot to be desired. I'm not speaking like I'm the expert and I know
A lot of
everything.
solo queue in here.
It's not like I know
A lot of
everything.
solo queue in here.
Yeah, lot of solo queue, a lot of
A
solo queue.
lot of solo queue
Yeah,
players.
like I say,
A lot of solo queue.
it's
It
not
can
like I
only
know
be here
everything in
in
this whole world about how it's supposed to work, right? But when you get to see it, like you look at it and you're like, okay, wait, you know what, guys? Shouldn't the macro play of the situation move in a certain direction? But in this most wanted tournament, we've got to see a lot of diversity in terms of what they want to do. Like Adrian is saying, after he won the game, I hate gold lane. He just had to come into the live chat and show himself here. He had to. Should we give him a like? Should we actually go and send some heartians his way, or should we just, I don't know if there's a thumbs down here. And in all caps
It's a
too.
thumbs
In
down.
all,
Wow.
yeah, thumbs down. In all caps too here, Irie. All caps. Have you ever typed a message in all chat where it says "I hate gold" in all caps? Have you ever?
No. I understand them. I understand them. Especially in our server, man. You get a lot of. I don't know. I don't know if this is a very restricted word, but I hear in Indonesia they like to say "anjing" a lot. So if it's not supposed to be said, I'm sorry for the channel. But if it is, yeah, you get a lot of anjings, man. You come to find you're in the gold lane, just chilling,
we should
taking your minion. All of a sudden, you see four individuals, four gentlemen ganking your lanes. What's going on? But yeah, man, I think that's it from me. I think. Wait, was that the only game?
Yeah, it was a best of three, and it went 2-0
Was
to the side of Alchemy
the only
X.
game? Was there another one?
Well, I was checking what
Oh.
Nabjutsu are up to, but Nabjutsu are going to be doing what Nabjutsu does. I told them that they must go and practice on their own and leave me in peace for once. So,
I was about to say a lot of plagiarism or a lot of what do they call it when nepotism? Yeah, a lot of nepotism happening over here. I'm, I'm just joking. I'm just joking though. But
but let
yeah,
me ask you a question here on live
if I'm going
stream.
to be leaving soon,
Let me ask you a question on live
okay.
stream. One question live stream. What do you think now about the way Nabjutsu is going to work with its new change of leadership and how it's going to go? I'm excited about it.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything. So let me see first. Let me see first. Let me see first. But it's all good. Seen I've seen now that they're gaining a reputation. A few players want to join them. A few decent players want to join and add on to their list. So maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't, but it still remains to be seen. But for now, as a black man to another man, I am hungry and I need to eat. So let me get back to that, and thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for
I know
joining the
two guys. I'm
stream.
not even sure they're still in the lobby.
No, there's enough people
I'm not
here on
even
the
sure
live
they're still
stream.
in the lobby. Thank you to them.
Yeah. But thank you for helping us out here with the
Peace out.
casting. Right, but we're gonna say good night to everybody here. Thank you for tuning in to Wanted Gaming for this semi-final match. We will see everybody on Sunday for the finals of the Most Wanted tournament. Thank you for tuning in here. It's been highly appreciated, and we will see you all Sunday. Also for myself, Waylander, and Irie,
Ginger Ninja.
and Ginger Ninja, and Scarf Skankle. It's gonna be goodbye and good night.
Cheers, Irie.